about you do your coaching in practices and
Absolutely.
off season, and when it comes game time, that's when they got to step up. They got to play. Sure, of course the coach has got to call plays and timeout and do the substitution and stuff. But you don't need to coach every possession and
Right.
every dribble and every pass.
And you know Camper's given his coaching staff a lot of credit too. I mean,
Absolutely.
Those guys have done a really good job. They're good guys. They're holding down the fort, and Camper's in constant communication with the players and coaches all the time. So
That's right.
it's not like they don't see him. They're seeing Coach all the time. So it's great.
So the Hawks are coached by Mr. Steve Signor. He's been there them for a few years. Once again, the referee tonight, the taller gentleman is Mark Chrisman, and Larry Trombetta is the other ref. Over at our scorer's desk, Corrine Bennett on the clock as usual. And her sidekick on the book over there is Addie Stadler, a co-ed here at Kearsarge. Not sure what he saw, because I thought I saw two white guys get it out of bounds, but that's all right.
So it looks like the Hawks are going to start out in man-to-man half-court defense against Kearsarge.
That was a great move by Jallo there. Just a lot of action on the ball, rolled it over top of the rim, but he's going to get to the rim. He's got good ups.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how these kids have turned into young men over the last few years. Some of these kids are in the same class as my son Tucker, and it's amazing to see how they've grown. And George is one of those kids that sure has sprouted up over the last couple of years. Very athletic. Looking for a little pick and roll on the right side. That was contested by the big fella.
Okay, he got his hands up there. Took all ball. First points of the game, number 12. Quinn Whitehead with 2.
Kearsarge's trying to run a little bit of that pick and roll up top that a lot of teams are doing these days. Coach Coronas comes out in a zone that's extended up a little bit up the floor. They're trying to double the ball down in the coffin corner.
Big rebound there by Sammy Carl.
You have a held ball.
Stanchfield with a
Nice
reverse
take.
layup. That's a nice take.
Once again, the Cougars are extending that 2-2-1 half-court defense.
That's John Jacobson for 2. Got a foul on the floor. And the foul's on Quinn Whitehead, his first, team first. Connor Pillsbury checks in the game, first substitution tonight. He's in for Timmy Flanders. Oh, big block. So the big boy's already made his presence known in a couple possessions down here.
Yeah, I think he's about 6'8", but with that wingspan,
he plays tall.
Yeah, he's pretty formidable underneath the hoop there. Hopkinton is playing really very tough, aggressive man-to-man defense.
Pillsbury for the first shot, his shot of the night, just back rimmed it. Too bad. I believe the foul's number 23, Nolan Grant. It's going to be his first. And it's going to be team first. And we've got John Jacobs from the line. He's going to shoot 2.
So at this point in the game, you're about halfway through the first quarter. Both teams just trying to feel each other out, see what they're going to run for defenses and offenses.
I would have had number 22 over the back there, but we'll let him play a little bit.
Yeah, Hopkinton missed the second half of that free throw, just hit the front edge. Got another foul on the other end.
All right, the foul's on Mike Oberheim, his first. And it was on the floor, so no, it was not a shooting foul. Chris Stanfield for 2.
Tough shot right there.
Yeah, Whitehead just lost the handle on the ball there, so Kearsarge ball. We're checking in for Kearsarge. Back in for Tim Flanders. He came in for Nolan Grant.
Five to 4 Hopkinton with just under 4 minutes to go in the first.
Got Pillsbury, well, he had him in the corner. Pillsbury with an offensive rebound and putback, just missed. A lot of arms hanging out, swinging around down there.
Yeah, there's definitely some physicality going on in the paint down there. And, having that a 6'8" player in the middle sure does alter somebody's shot when they're going into the basket.
And that was Mike Oberheim's second foul. Team 3, I'm sorry. Stanfield on the miss, but a pretty good looking shot. Kearsarge fouls on number 15, George Jolly, his first. That's team 2. Adrian McCarthy just checked in the game. Good hustle on the Kearsarge part there to come away with that defensive rebound.
Yeah, it's really nice to see how hard both teams are really playing. These kids are playing basketball tonight. They're going after it. They're going hard to the basket. Nice up fake by George Jolin
too
for
bad,
the
but
foul.
Nice
move. George got the big kid in the air on a ball fake and went right hard to the basket, met a couple of other Hopkinton players and got fouled on the play.
Right, the foul was on number 12, Quinn Whitehead. His second. George at the line, he'll shoot 2.
So Hopkinton has 2 players with 2 fouls already in the first quarter here. That could affect them down the line.
So that's a 3-ball by Owen Milchek, his first points of the night. Great drop-down pass to George, and you got bang.
Yeah, another hard attempt going to the basket by George. Got hit again. He'll be going back to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And that foul was on Thomas Hoffman, number 15, checked into the game. That's his first. Team 5. George misses the first half. Nolan Grant checked back in the game for Chris Stanchfield. Stanchfield. I got that one down, don't I? Stanchfield. McCarthy with a nice rebound. Outlet to Sam Carl, taking it almost all the way. Adrian, oh.
Nice aggressive play by the Cougars. Tip in.
A lot of active play going on out there. It's not a very high-scoring game at this point, but a lot of good, hard basketball being played.
I think he got him for the travel there. I thought I saw a couple fouls happen, but looked like a travel. I would have thought the floor might have been slippery with that Hopkinton player slipped over there, but they're not addressing it.
Yeah. Looks like number 23, Elijah Standifer, has checked in for Hopkinton.
1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Hopkinton up by 1, 8-7. I think you're going to have a Hopkinton foul.
That's on number 23, Elijah Standifer, who just checked into the game. That'll be his first, and that's team 6 for Hopkinton. So that's going to bode well for the second quarter for Kearsarge. Put them in foul trouble and start shooting the bonus. Stanchfield checked back in for give Jala a little break before the start of the second quarter, get a few extra seconds.
Good heads-up play to bounce the ball off of a Hopkins player as the ball was going out of bounds. It will be Kearsarge ball with 33.7 on the clock.
Clear everybody out. Let Sam do some work. Sorry about Ben's his brother, and he obviously was here for a few years.
Coach Coronas yelling the plays for the crew. Getting down to 10 seconds. Probably going to go.
McCarthy had a thought. He's going to have
Nice
an uncontested.
move.
Oh, what a shame.
Nice move by McCarthy going to the basket. And they got a little foul called against him, I believe.
That's too bad. So that foul was on Adrian, I believe. I'm waiting for the scoreboard to change, but yes, it was. That was Adrian's first foul.
Yeah, that was a great move by him, ball fake and going all the way to the lane. Just didn't, it just slipped out, but a good move nonetheless.
So I'll tell you, Ben, the way this thing is starting out, we're in for some exciting basketball tonight.
Yeah, this is
Very physical.
Fully anticipate this to be a good game going in anyways, and obviously it is going to be very physical. The officials are letting them play, and the boys are going really hard. Bodies are flying all over the floor. They're being very aggressive going to the rim, and they're getting some shots up from the perimeter. So
Yeah,
it's low scoring right now, but I think that'll open up in a little bit.
I'm pretty impressed with the way Kearsarge is taking it to the hoop and not being backed down by the height of Hopkinton, taking it right to them, and it's proven to be okay because Hopkins is in foul trouble.
Yeah, having 2 fouls called against 2 of your starters right out of the gate could affect you down the end of the game.
So the scoring has been pretty limited. Chris Stansfield has 4 points, and Jala's got 3 for Kearsarge. And on the other side of the ledger, Milchek has a 3-ball, Whitehead has a 2-ball, and John Jacobson has a 2-ball, and they have 1 free throw by Jacobson, and that's their scoring.
So it appears that the Cougars are going to stay in half-court man going into the second quarter. A shot and a miss by big number 22. He rebounded his own shot and put it back in for a...
Yeah, that's Brandon Elrich's first points of the night. He may not be scoring much, but his points are coming on the other end. Yes, I believe is his 3rd block.
Yeah, I believe that is his 3rd block right now. Hopkinton doing the same thing, playing half-court man defense against the Cougars. They sure are letting them play.
Great effort by McCarthy. He's not that tall, but he plays tall.
Yeah, he's very aggressive, which is great to see.
You know, he holds his position well and doesn't get pushed around a lot. Interesting call. I mean, it looked to me like he was in the act of shooting, but... And that would be...
Pillsbury came in the game. And an errant pass by Hopkinton. It'll be Cougar ball.
And that was a tricky play as far as I can see.
Yeah, that looked like
McCarthy went down the lane, looked to pass it out, got it blocked back into his hands.
A little pinball was happening down there in the paint.
He was going to have an uncontested layup with an assist to somebody from Hopkinton.
We're at the 6:30 mark here of the second quarter. It's 10 Hopkinton, 7 Kearsarge. In a battle of the Division III boys basketball.
Number 4, Tim Flanders is checked back in the game for Kearsarge. Interesting play as Hoffman lost the handle, but it was gathered up by number 23, Staniford, for the 2.
Got a Kearsarge timeout. It's 12-7 with just about 6 minutes to go in the second.
So Hopkins has outscored Kearsarge 4-0 here to start the second quarter. Kearsarge had their chances still. I mean, they're not backing down.
No, neither team are backing down. I mean, both of them are playing very, very physical basketball. We're not relying on the outside shot. We're going hard to the rim. The officials are letting them play for sure. Even though there has been, 9 fouls called already, they still are letting them play nonetheless.
One factor we haven't seen yet is much out of Sam Carl. And Sam's a great shooter from the outside. It penetrates well, dishes the ball out well, and finds the open guy. He's handling the ball right now. As you can see, he starts to get the penetration and he backs out, which is a smart play. McCarthy deep.
The one thing I've seen out of the McCarthy young man over the years, watching him play, he has a great court presence.
Right, he's seeing a lot of. He's not just looking at his own man. He's right. There's a lot of great help right then.
Yep.
think he might have could call for a foul, but
I think he got caught in the air and didn't really mean to do that, but one of those fouls that just happened.
And that'll be his second foul. I guess it was a shooting foul. And we have Owen Milchek at the line shooting 2.
Well, Bubba, I just got the okay and the thumbs up from Coach Roberts. He said that we're both doing a great job tonight. So,
what's he know?
Right, that's what I've been saying to him for the last almost 40 years.
Well, we certainly appreciate all the the thumbs ups and the compliments. I'll tell you, boys, or folks, this is really something that's a passion that I have for doing this stuff. Loved it over the years, and I'm just glad to be a part of this new attitude. The streaming bit is something that I think is here to stay.
Yeah, and it's fun to be able to do it.
Stanchfield gets the roll for 3.
It's fun to do this, Bubba, and you hear people from all over the world can hear us, which is kind of funny in and of itself. But well, he picked up a little bit of the defensive pressure by the Cougars and caused a turnover.
Yeah, good stop there. Yeah, you're absolutely right. When we were doing the girls' game the other night, the Wheeler family has relatives or friends up in Canada. And Mr. Wheeler came to us and said he's got a pretty close friend who's in Japan who will be trying to pick the games up.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
We've gone international, folks.
Yeah, we are. We're international. As we've said to Mr. Fitzgerald, we are the talent. We're the new Mike and Tommy.
Yeah, boy. Now it's going to someone's head.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That ball had a lot of air under it. Oh my gosh! Almost.
We
got away with.
He got away with that one. I'm gonna say
unless it was a little tip by the defensive man. I don't know.
Yeah, he picked up his dribble, and then passed the ball, and then
tipped it.
And then tipped it while his feet were still on the ground.
Nice job by Jollibee, right where he was. Stanchfield did a nice job following his shot too. There it is. Just off the rim. Nice offensive rebound. Oh.
That might have to be a jump ball. Maybe not.
Wow,
They're just letting him go.
And then he's going to get a foul. Boy, I don't know where that foul was.
That might be his third, isn't it?
That's second, but that evens the fouls up too.
Right. We're at 13-10 with 3:45 to go here in the second.
Substitution for Hopkinton in the game now. Number 4 is Ryan Graham. He's going to get the call. So the foul, I believe, is on Stanchfield. I'll get it right, folks. Give me a while. That's his third, so I think he's going to have to set. Milchek's at the line shooting 2.
Misses the front end.
Christian DaCosta, number 35, checking in for Connor Pillsbury, and I believe we brought McCarthy. I don't think he was in the game the whole time, wasn't he? Well, McCarthy's out there as well. So Stanchfield is on the bench with 3 fouls, with 3.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Good move by the coach. Okay, so do we have the wrong guy shooting? Because that was not who was shooting. I had Milchek at the line.
Yeah, I mean, he
that was Quinn,
shot the first one.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
I guess if you don't like the way the first one goes, you pick somebody else.
I guess. I mean, I didn't know that's how they did it these days.
Maybe another COVID rule.
It could be a COVID rule.
I think we might have a injured player. I think that might have been happening. I just saw trainer Molly Quigley heading over to the bench. That's a great defensive rebound by Sam Carl. Oh, boy. Tim Flanders is going to go to the line and shoot 2. Fouls on Ryan Graham, his first foul. Both teams are in the bonus, but this was a shooting foul, so he'll shoot 2 and make the first one.
Just shy of 3 minutes, 14-11. Tim makes the second of 2. Got it within a 2-point game now. Kearsarge's going to buckle down on defense.
The foul's on George Jala. And that'll be George's second foul. John Jacobson's at the line. He's going to shoot 2. Or is he shooting 1 and 1? I think he's shooting 2. Nope, 1 and 1.
Makes the second. Puts Hopkinton back up by 4. 16-12.
Flanders off the mark just by a little bit. That was Thomas Hoffman with that shot that missed. Sam Carl goes to the bucket. Maybe that's why he hasn't got the bucket today. He got clobbered. Tough kid, though. He got up. He's up. Fouls on 15. Thomas Hoffman. That's his second.
Got 2 players coming in the game now, number 3 and number 13 for Hopkinton.
And that's Owen Milchek, number 3, checking back in. Hunter Boise getting his first minutes. And I believe Nolan Grant checked back in for Kearsarge, number 23. Whitehead off the mark, and Jolly with a rebound. I knew he wasn't going to be quiet all night. That's 2 for Sam Carl.
Nice rebound by McCarthy. Sam Carl brings it up the floor, going to the rack again. Kicks it out.
Nolan Grant just off the mark a little bit. Christian DeCosta down here with great defensive play there.
Yeah, it looked to take the offensive by Christian.
And just disrupted his shot enough that kept it a 1-point game. George Challa and 1. Great look by Sam Carl to find Jala underneath the boot.
Yeah, that was a great shuffle pass by Carl to George. George had his hands ready and powered it up there against the big 6'8" kid. George will be at the line for the 3-point play.
And that's Brendan Elrick's first foul tonight.
One minute to go. Cougars are up 17-16.
That might be their first lead of the night.
I believe it is.
That's me. I'd have had that, folks, but I had a pencil in my hand, you know.
Yep.
Not quite quick enough. Actually, I was afraid of getting hurt. It's too bad. It was a good look underneath, but might have been forcing that a little bit.
3 ball.
Owen Milchek with a 3 ball.
19-17, just under 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking for a little isolation here with Sam Carl up front.
All right, Nolan Grant at the buzzer with a 3 ball. Go, folks, before we start the second half, I'm going to give you a little wrap-up. I'm going to go right down the roster here. Sammy Carl finished the first half with 3 points, no fouls. And Tim Flanders had 2 points and also no fouls. And George Jolly with 5 points and 2 fouls. Nolan Grant hit that big 3 ball at the end of the second period for his 3, and he's got 1 foul. And Adrian McCarthy, no points at this point, but he has a couple of fouls. And then Chris Stanchfield is 7 points and 3 fouls, which totals up to 20 points. And then on the Hopkinton side, their number 2, Mike Oberheim, has a couple of fouls. Milchek has 2 3 balls and a free throw for 7 points. Ryan Graham has just got a foul. Quinn Whitehead, number 12, he's got 3 points and 3 fouls. John Jacobson, he's number 14, he's got 5 points. 3 of them from the charity stripe and a 2 ball early in the game. Number 15, Tom Hoffman, he's got a couple of fouls. Number 22, Brendan Elrick, a couple of points and 1 foul. Number 23, Elijah Standifer, he's got a couple of points and 1 foul. And that is it for them. That's their 19 points. So, as you can see, it's a pretty even game right now. It's been we've been talking about how physical it's been, and nobody backing down on either side. Refs let a little go, and then they picked up the pace a little bit and evened up the fouls. So we'll clear the slate, start the second half. And here we go. And it looks like it's going to be, I think it's going to be Kearsarge ball. And here we come. In the second half, they're shooting right in our face, so we get to see a bit more of the Kearsarge offense. A little clearer, and he put up a 3 ball, no good. All Hopkinton on that rebound. Kearsarge bench and the remainder of the JVs calling for a little defense. And that's what they got. A little interception there by Pillsbury. Oh, he got away with a travel there. Everything was moving. Chris Stanchfield with a 2 ball. Start the third quarter. That, to me, looked like it should be automatic, but that's Elrick's only his second, 4th points of the night. At 6'8", he's obviously the biggest force out there. He just looked to me like he took the ball away from Pillsbury, but he get a call for the foul. Connor Pillsbury will go to the line and shoot 2. Foul's on Elrick, and that should be his second foul. It is. Connor Pillsbury with his first points of the night.
23-21 with 6:34 to go on the clock. Connor Pillsbury back at the line here.
Takes them both.
So Connor for 2 quick ones from the free throw line. Puts the Cougars up by 3. Almost a good Cougar turnover there, but I think they called us for a foul.
And that's on George Jolly. That's his third foul. Owen Milchek with a little runner in the lane for 2.
Good heads-up play by Sammy Carl. I think he got bumped there, and as he was falling out of bounds, he hit the ball off one of the Hopkinton players to go out of bounds, so it'll be a Cougar ball.
A little private conversation with the ref there. I'm not sure what they're talking about.
You know, he's talking about the line on the Super Bowl.
George Jolly to the line, goes hard and gets thrown to the dirt, and got no call at all there. Yeah, that's one of the issues, Ben, I have with the masks. You know, all those years sitting on the sidelines that I did, I could read lips, but it doesn't happen anymore.
No, it doesn't.
How about that rejection by Elric?
Yeah, that was thrown about 5 stands deep.
Somehow, I don't know how George got knocked to the ground and didn't get a call there either. So there's 2 trips down that I thought we might have had a foul that didn't get called.
Well, as you and I were talking, Bubba, we didn't know which one of us was going to turn into Tommy Heinsohn.
George,
he gets the foul.
Oh, my God.
Whoa. I'm not quite sure about that one. I'm going to pull Tommy Heinsohn on that one. I'm not really sure about that one.
And unfortunately, that is George's 4th foul. I'm not sure where I saw the offensive piece.
Yeah, I think I saw him lose control of the ball while he was in the paint there. And for me, if anything, I would have had a travel on that versus an offensive foul.
No, I agree with that. I thought it looked to me like he was walking with it a little bit, but. Little height advantage there by Quinn Whitehead for his 2 points over Stanchfield. Oh, a great move there by Chris to come and save that ball. Elric stepped out there and put a big block on Sammy Carl's shot.
You know, so one of the things I do question, Bubba, with this whole mask thing is I'm not sure how they work. I've seen one of the kids on the Hopkinton team, his mask is down almost like it's a mask for his beard versus, the mouth area.
Well, technically that's a call this year where they blow the whistle and they remove that player from the court and have a substitute come in, and then he can come back. He can come right back.
Right.
But it can.
Then we had the other call, Bubba, the other night that we saw in the girls' game where you can sub on the fly.
Right. I talked about that earlier in the JV game. A little confusion there on what was going on. But the rule is that regardless of the fact you don't need to go to the bench, you can be 6 feet away from it. You still need to check in.
Correct.
And that's where the technical foul came on the John Stark coach, because he was calling it a COVID rule. We can basically come in on the fly, but the young woman hadn't gone to the bench. She
right.
just cut off her bench and climbed over the boards and was in the rink. That's number 33. Adam Reeve just checked in, giving Nolan Grant a break. And Adam tees up his first shot of the night, first touch of the ball, and puts it in for a 3-ball.
Nothing like coming off the bench and just touching it and shooting it.
Yeah.
But hit nothing but nylon there for the young Reed man. Ties the game up 27-27.
Nice little drive by Jacobson there for 2.
Yeah, he had to cut down the lane. He made it and flipped it in for the 2-point field goal.
McCarthy, I'll tell you what, that particular play by McCarthy was totally influenced by Elric.
Yeah.
He looked to me like he could finish the layup, and he decided to try to pass it off instead because that big kid, he's intimidating. So what do we get here? We have an offensive foul?
I think they got McCarthy with a foul after he passed the basketball.
Yeah, I got you, yeah.
That'll be his 3rd, I believe.
Right.
So Hopkinton up 2 here with 3 minutes to go. Good defensive pressure by Pillsbury against the big guy. Altered that shot.
Evidently, Owen Milchek's an outside shooter because he's made quite a few attempts tonight.
Jeez, I can't believe how hard these kids are playing. This is amazing. McCarthy.
That foul is on Milchek, number 3. That's his first foul tonight. Jack Chambers checking in the game for McCarthy. Sam Carl putting up a 3 ball.
Big shot by Sam. 3 ball. Puts the Cougars back up 1 with 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd.
The kid gets to the rim a lot, doesn't make a lot, but you got to bang him to stop him, so that's what happens. First foul on Connor Pillsbury. Elrick's going to the line. He's going to shoot 2. Kid's a junior. Obviously got a nice future ahead of him for the rest of this season and next year for Hopkinton. And as we were talking earlier, Ben, there's some kids coming off that JV program from Hopkinton that look to be about the same size as this kid.
Yeah. For the next few years, Hopkinton's going to have some decent size. They've always had some really good guards.
Yes.
They're going to have some good size in the next 4 or 5 years.
Travel. Yeah, good call. That Chamber got away with one there. Looked to me like he hooked him.
Yep.
But it wasn't enough.
Right.
It didn't influence what he did, and then the kid just fell. So Pillsbury's going to inbound the ball.
Nice play.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, even though Elliott got the call again, once again, he's influencing a lot of things that are happening underneath on the bucket.
That was a nice inbound play by the Cougars. One of the Hopkinton players got caught on a screen. We were wide open for the layup, just missed it. And Pillsbury went up and fought hard, got fouled. Going to make the first of his 2.
Chambers going to fight for this one. Nice job.
Good rebound by Jack. That's how to fight for it. We got a timeout on the floor. 1:27 to go. 31-29. Kearsarge.
And this the other kid, the number 22, the big kid, he's got 3 fouls now. Well, we'll see how much if the coach decides to, sit him till give him a couple minutes off so he doesn't get caught real quickly here. But as we're seeing, that little layup there by Chris, he put it off the rim hard, or off the backboard hard, And it's in the back of your mind, you know that kid's coming in from somewhere.
Right.
And he's either going to hit you, bump you, or bump the ball or whatever. So his influence doesn't always have to be that he's actually blocking the ball. His intimidation factor is pretty impressive. Kearsarge will retain possession underneath their own hoop.
Now we know how a lot of teams felt, Bubba, when they played against Kearsarge with the Matos boys coming down the lane when you got that size coming at you.
Oh, boy, over the years, we had a Frisbee kid.
So fun. Yeah, the Frisbees.
One of the Frisbee kids, he went about 6'4", 6'5", but he played like 6'9", 6'10". And then he was followed up by the Matos brothers, and they really made a huge difference. Reeve with a nice pass into Pillsbury, but he missed the hoop. I believe that was off of Hopkinton.
Pillsbury fighting hard in there by Connor Pillsbury to get those rebounds. Tried to tip it in while he was up in the air, but fought hard to get the rebound. The ball went out of bounds off a Hopkins player, and it's going to remain Kearsarge ball.
Tough play into there. Jack was trying to make a move, and he was kind of boxed in, and nowhere to go.
I mean, Jack had 3 players draped around him, but he was trying to make a little spin move, and I think just got caught on his heels and fell and got called for the travel.
Here goes Elric. No. Well, that's not Elric. That's 23. Elijah Standiford's come in for Elric, I believe.
Yeah. It's going to remain Hopkinton ball. 40 seconds to go. Cougars up 2.
Standiford lost control of it, and then looked to me like a little aggressiveness there to go.
Yeah, I thought Jack Chambers got hit on that play, but Jack hung with it tough to get the held ball call. It remains Hopkinton ball. Nice rebound by Connor Pillsbury.
Sam Carl almost got the roll.
That would have been a great photo, watching him look to see if the ball, as it hung on the rim, to see if it went in, but it just curled out. Sam will be at the line shooting 2.
Yeah, that follows on Standiford, his second. These are big. That's too bad.
Cougars still up 2, 31-29, 16.2 on the clock here in the third. It's the second. Cougars going to be in half-court man defense here for the last 10 of the third quarter.
All right, that follows on Sam. That's I was afraid it was on Chris, but no, we're good. So it was on Sam, and that is Sam's third foul. And then we've got Owen Milchek at the line. He's shooting 2.
Makes the front end, 32-30. It's a 1-point game. That might have been a little strong.
There was a little air under that one.
Well, as we've said, Bub, at the end of each quarter thus far, we've got a ball game.
It's been a 1-point game one way or the other here a lot. I think the biggest lead we've seen is 4, maybe?
Yeah.
And, that's not a safe lead with the way these guys are playing. It might come down to some foul trouble. You've got Stanfield on our side. He's got 3 fouls. And so does Sam Carl. George Jala, he's got 4, but George got to get back in the game. And on the other side of the ledger, I've got their big kid, Elric, with 3 fouls. So maybe the big guys will offset each other and knock each other out of the game. Who knows?
Yeah, you know, fouls could be a contributing factor down towards the end of the game here, but that remains to be seen. I'm sure that Coach Coronas is, you know, saving Jack as long as this stays close. I'm sure he'll keep him on the bench as best he can, but I'm sure he's going to sneak him in here probably in the next few minutes.
Yeah, I look like it. Maybe unless somebody gets the hot hand out here, I'd look
Right.
to him at the 6-minute mark probably.
Right.
See what he can
And
do.
Hopkinton's got their big guy on the floor.
Yes, he's out here and he's got 3. That's number 24 is Max, and I'm going to say Frame, or Frame.
Yeah, it's his first time on the floor tonight for Hopkinton.
Yeah, the last name is spelled A-frame. I'm pretty sure we're not going to call him A-frame. Elric with a turnaround jumper, just hasn't got it yet.
Nice pass. It's a hell of a pass, hell of a finish.
And McCarthy for 2.
That was a great pass by Sam to see McCarthy streaking down the floor. And then McCarthy was able to catch that in stride and just lay it in.
Wow.
That, and he calls the tie-up down there. Great defense.
That looked pretty simple.
Yeah, the big guy jumped up. The big guy caught the ball. The big guy shot the ball.
And he was above everything on all 3 points.
I think you're going to have enough foul on number 24 in Hopkinton for holding Sam Carl.
Yeah, this is my buddy A-frame, or a Fromm. That'll be his first foul. Stanchfield with 2.
Yeah, that's a great shot. He's got great form when he shoots the basketball. Going into the big guy, McCarthy. McCarthy and Pillsbury are playing tough down there.
McCarthy anticipated that and stepped right around him nicely. Oh, just off the front rim for Grant. Stanchfield saves it off of Grant, which is out of bounds. Good effort by both those guys. Good hustle. And 6 minutes and 12 seconds. We were close. Jala's back in at the 6 minute and 12 second mark.
Not bad. You almost think we've done this before.
You know, let's not get foolish here. They've got George manned up against Milchek. I think Milchek's an outside shooter. In that particular case, they got it to him under the low post and he didn't make it.
Good defense by Jack and a great rebound by McCarthy.
And of course, they're going to go right at Jack.
Yeah.
He's got 4 fouls.
3-point game.
Stanchfield with a great follow. Oh. Great effort there by Chris. Just didn't get it to drop. Jala and 1.
Jala goes to the rack again, really hard and overpowers him. and gets hit. Now he's going to have the three-point play option again.
And I believe the foul was on 22. It was. That's Elric's fourth foul.
We're going to have a Hopkinton timeout. I think the Hopkinton coach is going to want to talk this over. I believe it's the largest lead of the night.
Yeah, neither one of us are very good in math, but that's 5 points, and I think the biggest we saw before was 4. So. That was, George took that really, really hard to the rack, and he got pounded.
Yeah, a lot of power there.
And you like the fact that he didn't back down. He went hard to the rack and
right.
makes the running layup, and puts the kid now really in jeopardy with his fourth foul.
Yeah, and that when the big kid for Hopkins is off the floor, their defensive dynamic changes dramatically, and it could open up some lanes for the Cougars.
But they're obviously at 5 minutes to bringing him back out. He's going to be playing with 4. Just wonder if we're going to be seeing some full court pressure at any point. But then again, that might open up the running game.
So we have a 5-point game, Cougar lead with 5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Buckle up, friends. This ought to be a good finish. Especially if Hopkinton does that. Now it's a 2-point lead.
And that was Oberheim for 3 points. And those are his first 3 points of the night.
It came at a good time for Hopkinton. Nice move by Sammy Carl, the up and under.
Little dipsy doodle there. Oberheim bounced it off his own leg, I think, but they're going to call the foul on Grant. Oh, no, I think that's going to be on Nolan. That should put them at the line for 1-on-1.
Yep, that was on Grant. That'll be his third, I believe.
And that's number 10, Kyle Garrity, checking in for Nolan. Oberheim's going to go to the line and shoot 1-on-1, I believe.
Missed shot, rebound by George Jalla. Cougars up 4 with 4 minutes to go.
Kyle Garrity steps on the court, his first touch of the night, and he hits a 3-ball. Not sure what the whistle was. Face mask.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about early on, the face mask issue. I saw that wearing the face mask down around the chin area. So how about that? Coach Corona substitutes 2 players in. Number 33, I believe it was for Cougars.
Adam Reed stepped on the court.
Yeah, Adam Reed, and then Garrity comes on the floor. They touch the ball, and they're bang for 3.
That's good coaching.
That is all coaching. It's awesome. Good for those guys.
Elric underneath. Boy, he's going to get a little help
I think
there.
he got hit. I think he got hit on the way up.
That's on Sammy. That's his 4th.
But once again, the largest lead of the night right now, 7 points for the Cougars, thanks to the Garrity 3.
Elric's at the line shooting 2.
Just as we were saying, Bub, in the JV game, I understand we all want to have success during the season, but in this weird COVID time, it's not about wins and losses in the season because it is an open tournament.
That's right.
So all these types of games and different situations we have in them are only going to make us better and ready for the tournament when that comes.
Right, and we've got Hopkinton again. This was an extra game put in. We'll have Hopkinton, I believe, Stansfield for 2.
Great shot
I believe
by
we have them near
Stansfield.
the end of the season, which we'll probably have a home and home at that point. So
Yeah, and then, also depending on how the seeding goes in the tournament, you could see Hopkinton in the tournament early.
Right. That's right. And I don't know. Obviously, I'm guessing they do the home court. Oh, my gosh. He got bailed out there. It looked like a travel to me. 55, I think that's
4.
no, that's only his 4th. But we'll be at the line shooting 1-on-1 here. I don't know who called the timeout. I think it might be Hopkinton.
So, it will be interesting to see when the time comes for tournament is how teams are seeded, how that works. The distances between schools could play a factor of how far you may have to travel, how far you might not have to travel. And,
Sure,
this whole thing of coaches scouting has become very hard because not all schools have the system that Kearsarge has here. Some do put their games on Facebook or YouTube that I've seen,
Yep.
but not everybody has that ability to do that. So for coaches to be able to see other teams play, because most schools are not allowing spectators in, it is very hard for them.
Now, I'm making an assumption here that when the tournament starts and it's an open tournament, it means everybody in D3 is in.
Correct.
So Berlin,
Yep.
Who knows?
Right.
You might be driving
Right.
2 hours north. Way back in the day, we used to go up there. I can remember 2 years in a row, the buses broke down.
Yes, in
Kids
the
got
middle of
back
winter.
At 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
I was on one of those buses.
I can also remember being up there coaching baseball and going into extra innings and telling my nephew, Mitch Jefferson, to hurry up and end the game. So he
Right.
promptly hit one out of the ballpark. He says, "Is that good enough, Uncle Bubba?"
Right? That was awesome. Just shy of 3 minutes. Cougars are up 8.
Cougars should be looking for just the right
Excuse me,
shot
up
at this
9.
point.
Nice play by Sammy Carl, tapping that ball off the Hopkinton player's knee to go out of bounds. So it'll be Cougar ball. Cougars up 45-37 with 2:36 to go.
I don't know if how long Tom Hoffman's back in the game, number 15 for Hopkinton. How long he's been in there. I may have missed him. Kearsarge with 9 fouls and Hopkinton with 6. Only difference is that we'll go to 1-on-1. They'll go to automatic 2. But with our 8-point lead, we shouldn't be in a need to foul like they're going to have to foul.
Yep. Yeah, the Cougars now want to protect the ball. Don't do anything crazy. I'm sure Coach Camper's sitting at home going, we don't need any outside shots right now.
Oh, I can hear him yelling at the screen.
Yep.
I can hear it.
If we're going to the basket, we're going to the basket hard for layups.
Right there. And
Just like that.
Pretty sure he got sat down by somebody, and there's the call on the other end. That's a Heinzen call. Sorry. All right. That foul is on number 4, Tim Flanders. I didn't even see him come in the game. Yeah. No, that's on 23. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's on Nolan Grant. His 4th. And you've got John Jacobs from the line shooting 2 because they're in the double bonus.
He makes this, it'll be a 2-possession game. Hopkinton throws some up the floor pressure now, as anticipated.
I think Kearsarge can be satisfied with really working for the best shot. Take time off the clock. Make sure we got something. If they don't, see, Sam, in a normal game, Sam puts that up.
Right.
But this
he did a good heads-up play. We want to eat the clock, just like you tell players when you're coaching. We've got the ball. We got the lead. And we want to take care of the ball. Just an errant pass there by Sammy. That's all right. We're still up 6. We got a minute and a half to go.
I'll tighten the defense down right here.
Yeah, we got to stop them on this play right now. We can't allow Hopkinton to score on this play.
Elrick's going to get it. And he threw it away.
Nice
job. Nolan Grant came up with it. Okay, there's got to be a foul somewhere. All right, they'll put Ben at the line shooting, put Sam at the line shooting 1-1.
And now, with a minute 15 to go, the Cougars up 6 with Sammy at the line, potentially going up by 8. The Hopkinton coach is probably going to call a timeout here shortly, and then he's going to want to have his players to probably start going through the hands and have it become a free throw contest at that point.
And that's how to answer it. So Oberheim's back in the game. He was the one that called for the mask violation.
Right. Sammy makes both. Cougars go up by 8. That was a travel right there I just saw. Not called.
Elrick for 2.
I think you got McCarthy on the floor.
Is that before the shot? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They're not going to count the hoop. Elrick's going to the line to shoot 2, so he made the bucket, so they didn't count the bucket. And that foul was on McCarthy, correct? That's his 4th.
Yep.
So we're going to come down to the line with a lot of fouls, but you know what? They're playing hard. They're playing right. I'm not sure what Oberheim's comments are all about. He's got his hands in the air, and he's talking to the refs as if something went wrong.
All right, it's a 7-point game with just over a minute to go. I believe we're going to have a foul called. Just as we said, the Hopkinton players are probably going to start fouling now.
Not so sure they want to put Sam Carl on the line all night, and that foul was on, it was either on Oberheim. No, it was on, I believe it was on Milchek. Number 2. He's his 3rd foul. I don't know, Ben, which way the numbers go up there?
Well, it says it was on number 2, his 3rd foul.
Okay. All right.
Cougars up 8, a minute 5 to go. Sammy Carl shooting his 2nd.
Coach Corona's yelling out, no fouls on the other end.
Yep. It's a good call.
Sammy Carl's made 4 straight from the charity stripe.
That's when they count, Bubba.
Hopkinton just threw the ball away. Sims, I was going to say, he's going back to the line if he takes that in. And the refs did not give Hopkinton a call. There was an obvious attempt to foul them. Fouls on Owen Whitehead. And that would, I believe that's, I hit him with 3 fouls in the first half.
Well, he's got 3 or 4. Close enough.
Yeah.
Only 45 seconds to go. Cougars making their free throws when they matter.
Yeah, I
think they don't matter during the game. It's, I should say, when they count. When they count.
They count even more. That's a nice 10-point lead. And
nice.
Nobody missing at this point makes it tough for Hopkinton to foul. Hopkinton has to come down. Yeah, they've got to come down and just put the ball in the air.
Now I think at this point, 36 seconds to go on the clock. If I'm the coach, I'm up 11. I know I want my team to have success, but it's almost out of reach. This is kind of when you tell your team, hey, you know what? let's take the data we've learned from tonight's game and move on. We'll see Kearsarge again. We don't foul anymore now.
Right. It's just getting a little out of hand, I think.
Yep.
And you can get somebody hurt at this point. That's not right.
And I know Coach Camp and Coach Coronis and the staff at Kearsarge, I know Coach Camp is going to be very happy with this win tonight. The boys played really, really hard. Had some great help from players coming off the bench, offering a lot of things tonight, scoring, defensive, aggressiveness by all of them. So that was great to see by everybody. Total team effort tonight by the Cougars to take down a pretty good Hopkinton team.
Definitely a very big physical team. They've got a great future ahead of them, there's no question. That was the big kid, Ulrich. Was that for a three? I think it was. It was 52-40. That was
it was a two-pointers. So it's a 10-point lead. We got a full timeout here on the floor with under a minute to go in this game. So once again, really two great games to watch. The JV game was really, really well played. Cougars just didn't have enough at the last few minutes there. But and tonight the varsity team has played really, really well with contributions from everybody up and down. Good, solid win.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with the defensive effort by Kearsarge. A lot of stolen balls from people coming down with a rebound, and then they're right there to tip it or knock it away or whatever. And, that kind of play. That's when you're up against a team that's as physical as Hopkinton and as tall, and it's like that. You got to disrupt what their flow, what their pattern is used to, and that's exactly what Kearsarge has done.
Yep. Well, Hopkinton still is throwing pressure up the floor against us with 24 seconds to go on the clock, up 10.
I would say tonight, Coach Ben, if we had to pick our most impressive players tonight, I'm going to go impressive players with number 33, Adam Reeve, for that first touch three ball, and with Kyle Garrity, first touch three ball. Both of them come at crucial times. Both of them not expected. That's just a lift coming off the bench.
It's awesome. Well, hey, that's 6 points. I mean, you're only up 10. That's a 6-point swing right there with those two players. And I give those guys a lot of credit. That's hard to do, is to take your warm-up off after you've been sitting, check in the game, and within 30 seconds you've checked in, you've touched it, and you're launching it for three, and you're hitting nothing but nylon. That's pretty impressive, and I'm sure those kids are psyched they got in the game, and they were big contributors tonight.
Well, and the beauty of that is that's the shot that needed to be taken. They were wide open, so don't give it up. Have confidence in yourself, and that's great. So there's a big win. That's a 10-point win for Kearsarge tonight.
Yep. Good, solid win against a good, solid team, and it's good to see the boys out here, high-fiving each other. It's nice to see camaraderie amongst the team with our close friends down the street from Hopkinton.
Right, I'm going to give you some point totals here as quick as I can, so if you want to keep
Sure.
talking up a little
So tomorrow we have the Kearsarge varsity girls NJV are at at Hanover. I believe it's a 10:30 JV game and a noon varsity game.
You're correct.